shout out to Colorado, Coach Prime and all these guys preparing me for this opportunity. It's just been work, man. It's all work, all fun though at the same time. I'm living out my dream, so it's all good.
So sleeping on the floor in Jackson was definitely worth it.
Always.
You feel
Everything
me?
worth it.
And not having no, you feel me? It was all worth it, bro. Moving to Texas, all worth it.
I'm in there with Bray, Alex. Me and Alex really be the only ones that's in the dorm besides Bray and Mo.
Cool.
Everybody else on Sim, man. Yeah,
Wow,
Alex is a 2K junkie, bro. Like, I had to get this man to go to the student union, like the student dying. Like, I had to tell this man, bro, get off the gate. He talking about something. I can't.
Bro, I'd rather stay up on a room all day.
Hey, but that's real though, bro. Just being away from people, bro.
I don't go out.
Being away from everybody, that's real.
Just get used to the this shit out here, the air out here. If you don't, you're gonna die. It's like I'm finna die today with these boys. You feel me? So
You're not gonna do nothing with these, boys. Are you actually or no?
yeah, I am. If it's too tight, so you do pinky. If it's too tight, just go one down. Go one down. Or do ring kick. If that's too tight, do this.
Good job.
Record. Shot.
Originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Moved here in 2018. I went to high school, Poway, San Diego. Started my sophomore year, and then, just went up from there. Everything was an adjustment, school, football, because I used to play soccer. Doing that transition from soccer to football was different. And then everything else, trying to get adapt to the system, new culture and everything, but yeah.
So then JUCO.
Yep.
Talk about JUCO as a monster.
People, it was a long process just going to JUCO, because I graduated in 21, and obviously during COVID, there's no recruiting and nothing, so we didn't really have exposure, and we was only limited to 5 games, so I really had to go JUCO to get to the next level. Plus, I really started school my sophomore year of high school, so I had to make up for a lot of grades and everything, so I had to go JUCO, and play 2 years of JUCO, and then was able to go to Fresno, and now I'm here. But it just take a while for people to understand that a lot of guys that do that transition from junior college to D1 programs don't really get the shot that they really need. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to go home behind guys that have been there 3-4 years, and by the time you really get your shot, the clock's over with. So this ruling and whatever that's about to come out, I think it's going to be helpful for a lot of JUCO guys. The development that I'm going to get here, that started today, obviously, with conditioning. But just the resume of all the coaches and what they've done in their previous schools or just in their careers, I feel like they could help utilize my talent and get me to the next level. I'm here. Yeah.
What type of food do you like to eat, bro? I know Sierra Leone probably got that.
I like some. Are
you bilingual?
I am, yes.
French?
A little bit, but I speak Creole.
Creole?
Fun fact is, one of the DN is Sierra Leonean as well, and so I don't feel like left out in a sense. Now I can speak my native language to him, and we both, we both understand what it is coming from Sierra Leone. But I love me some jollof. Jollof rice, and I know there's some good spots down in Denver. So for sure, once I get acclimated, I'm going straight down there. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Me and my family came up on a visit. Got really close with Coach Hart, the linebacker coach, and he made us feel like family. So that was a big thing to me. Family is really important to me. Just the brotherhood they have here is crazy. Yeah, we have team workouts, but it's going to come in, on your own, doing your own stuff, doing stuff like that. Knowing the stuff, doing extra time in the film room, doing extra time in the weight room, eating right, getting rehab. It's going to take just more than the minimum. It's a mindset. You step on the field, it's me versus me. The only way you're beating me is if I let me beat myself. That's all. That's the only way you can beat me. In high school, I played 7 different positions.
7?
Yeah, in one game, I played 7 different spots.
Is that legal?
Yeah, yeah, in the state game. That was kind of my big mom. I played 7 different spots in the state game, so that was.
Did y'all win?
Yeah.
So tell me the story about that. You played 7 different positions. Did you practice that or what happened?
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I played receiver, played tight end, played quarterback, played slot, played outside receiver, and then on the defense side of the ball, I played safety, corner, linebacker, outside backer, and DN.
7 positions, state game, y'all won?
Yeah, we won. I won 3 state rings in 4 years, and we won 11 since 08.
Doing this documentary on the coach's life, starting from the beginning to the end. And the only challenging thing about a documentary is you got to pull up those old emotions and thoughts. So you're sitting there, cameras are on you, and they asking you about pivotal times and places and things that transpired in your life. And I got to go back there and recreate that moment so I can give it to you, so I can piece it together. Because they'll show a little bit of it in that piece together. They was talking about, you older folks know about when I was in the World Series playing for the Braves, and I had this encounter with this reporter named Tim McCarver, who had spoke negatively about me playing 2 sports at a particular time. Now, mind you, my baseball contract was over in August, and then we in October playing again in the World Series. And I think I'm over there out of the goodness of my heart, but the general manager never told the staff or these reporters that I was just over there helping the team. So they painted me in a bad light. And back then, whichever way you were painted, you were painted. We didn't have social media. We couldn't fight back. We couldn't get up and say our own. We had to just sit up there and weather the storm. But my mother had told me, this gentleman that's broadcasting the game was talking about you real bad. And you know, when mama talked to us like that, you act. I'm a Florida boy. Like, we act immediately. So after we won, I think the playoffs, I threw buckets of water on him, which was wrong. Threw buckets of water on him and doused him and doused him and doused him and doused him until he, got upset about it. But I was thinking that he should have known his craft. He's calling play-by-play and don't even know that my contract is up in August. We're in October. So what I thought should have been a wonderful gesture on me helping this team go towards the pennant, it ended up being malice and ended up being ignorant because of the way I was painted. And that hurt me. That hurt my mama. That hurt me. But lo and behold, God had my back. Why would I say God had my back? Because the opposing teams of Toronto Blue Jays that we played in the World Series had a pitcher on the team named David Cone. David Cone was a great pitcher. He should be a Hall of Famer. But David Cone, my lifelong average against him was about 600. So I'm sitting up there, baseball is very analytical. I'm saying, oh, you got to play me sooner or later. They were not playing me. They were sitting me on the bench for 9 innings. Wasn't playing whatsoever, just getting at the pitch run to help the team any way I can. But David Cone was getting ready to pitch. And I know I was going to get that call. And they said, you up. So I'm leading off in the World Series. Where'd I go? Like 3 for 4, 2 stolen bases. Next game, you got to play me again. I'm 3 for 4. Next game, 4 for 4, couple stolen bases. Next game, next thing you know, I'm hitting 500 in the World Series. It would have won the MVP had we won, but we lost. But I wanted to win so bad because that gentleman that was naysaying me would have had to interview me for being the MVP. And that's what I wanted, but it didn't happen that way. But we got into it. But nevertheless, they was asking me about the situation. I said, why y'all ain't asking him? I know he's passed away now, but why you never asked him how he got it wrong? Why you asking me why I doused him with water? Hood, why you ain't asking him why he ain't do his homework? Why he ain't study? Why he ain't prepared? Why he lied? Why he falsified? Why that? Why this, why that? And I was just on that. And all those emotions came up, and I went right back to that place. Who has the ability to go back to a dark place, but you can get out of it? God allowed you to go into it so that you could understand who he is and his power. and how he can bring you out of nothing and turn it into something. Because all of us in here should have been in some place that we didn't enjoy. We didn't like, we didn't love, we didn't want to get comfortable in, but we made it through. So now we have a testimony from being in that dark place that now we can help Mate. Mate may be going through something this season, and I may be able to talk to him about the place I was at to be able to bring him out of the place he's in. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir.